Sziasztok, hi everyone, I'm Sándor, welcome to another Hungarian lesson. Let's see how to say I'm bored in Hungarian. Hopefully you won't be bored by this video. So, the infinitive form in Hungarian is unatkozni. Unatkozni. It means to be bored. This is a non-transitive verb, so it only has the indefinite form. It's also a so-called ik verb. Let's conjugate this real quick. Unatkozom. Unatkozom. I'm bored. Unatkozol. Unatkozol. You're bored. Unatkozik. Unatkozik. He or she is bored. Unatkozunk. Unatkozunk. We're bored. Unatkoztok. Unatkoztok. You're bored. Unatkoznak. Unatkoznak. They're bored. And basically there you have it. If you happen to be bored, you can just say unatkozom. Unatkozom. And if you want to ask someone whether he or she is bored, you can just ask unatkozol. Unatkozol. Are you bored? But if you happen to be bored by something, that's a different story. The verb is different and it always needs an object in Hungarian. So the basis looks like this. Unni valamit. Unni valamit. To be bored by something. I'm going to use bored by, but I looked it up and apparently I could also say bored with, bored of, or bored from. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Now, don't be fooled by the look of this infinitive. Most likely you know that we have 9 big irregular verbs in Hungarian, all ending with a double N and an I. This is not one of them, it just looks similar. It's a regular verb and also a transitive verb, so this can have both definite and indefinite forms. Most of the time we use the definite form because there's something specific we're bored by. But there are some exceptions. For example, I could say unok mindent. Unok mindent. I'm bored by everything. Minden is our object here, but I didn't use any articles before it, so it's an indefinite object, hence the indefinite form of the verb. But most of the time is the definite form. For example, unom a munkát. Unom a munkát. I'm bored by work. We tend to use the definite articles before nouns in Hungarian, and since the noun is in the accusative form, we have a definite object, hence the definite form of the verb. Unod a filmet. Unod a filmet. You're bored by the movie. Unja az életét. Unja az életét. He or she is bored by his or her life. Unjuk a várakozást. Unjuk a várakozást. We're bored by waiting. Or more like, we're tired of waiting. Actually, you can translate it like that. Unjátok a magyar órát. Unjátok a magyar órát. You're bored by the Hungarian lesson. I hope not. Unják az állandó hőséget. Unják az állandó hőséget. They're bored by the constant heat. I used all these examples to show you how to conjugate this verb in the present tense. And lastly, there's a slang term that is good to know. Unni a banánt. Unni a banánt. It means to be bored by the banana. Don't ask me how this came to be, I have no idea. But it basically means to be fed up. So the whole meaning of this phrase can only be known when it's put into context. So if you're talking about work and you say unom a banánt, unom a banánt, that means you're fed up with your work. If you have troubles in your relationship and say this, it means that you're fed up with your relationship. Many times we actually say már nagyon unom a banánt. Már nagyon unom a banánt, which roughly means I'm totally fed up at this point. But it literally means I'm very bored by the banana at this point. It sounds so weird in English. But yeah, if you say this, it means that your patience has run out, basically. There are other ways to say this, some are pretty vulgar, but that's for another video. Thank you for studying with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe. And if you feel like supporting the channel even more, my PayPal information is in the description. See you in the next lesson. Sziasztok! A viszontlátásra!